Hello and welcome to week 7 of the UPBA. I am Gala874 and today we have a pretty exciting game for you guys. This is versus Ellie, coach of the Shanghai Dreigons and not Dragapults. Yes. Hope you guys are looking forward to this game today. One thing I want to mention that I didn't mention in my last video is that I made a transaction and we have a Quillfish now instead of a Surfetched. The reason that is noticeable is because we are bringing Quillfish to today's game. So, yeah, this is going to be hopefully a good one. I'm going to lead off with Quillfish. It was my dedicated lead in this matchup, and I think it still is going into it. So we'll lock that in. What do I want to say? Hopefully I won't be clicking and clacking my keyboard like I usually do here, but I probably will be. Let's be realistic here. I will be pretty loud about it. No Ditto is super nice, so I can get rid of all that stuff. No Chandelure is a little bit surprising, and I kind of wish I had brought my Cinderace, which also, by the way, not bringing Liberace in this game. Crazy, I know. But I just wanted to leave it on the bench this week. It didn't have the greatest matchup. It could have came, but like, fuck it. So how much time we got left? 14 seconds, okay. Shandy, and I think we can lock in here now. So for Garchomp to win, I need to chip down Toad. I need to get rid of Tangela, which is going to be a little bit of an issue in this game, if I do say so myself. Moltres looks pretty decent here, actually. I just got to get rid of the threat that is the Tyranitar. So again, good luck, have fun to Ellie. Let's make this a good one. And I think I got everything. No Clefairy. She's going to lead off with the Zapdos. That is like the worst lead I could have asked for. I do have a Sylveon Electric for this though, and it is dedicated for this Mon. So I will go out into it. They are pressure, good to know, not static. And I will hard switch and go into Silvally. Not even going to think about it. And we can either Parting Shot or Toxic, depending. There is a Toxic Switch in Slowking, but Slowking coming in isn't actually really an issue. So I'm okay with that. As we'll see what type of set Ellie is running on this Zapdos. This Zapdos, I personally believe, is the biggest threat to my team. Tangela is also pretty annoying, but not like a threat per se. Obviously, Pheromosa can be a mad threat if I don't play careful too. So, you know, that's another one I gotta be super careful of. Something else I'm noticing is that Spectre kind of just wins once T-Tar's gone. So I think I have to prioritize getting rid of T-Tar in this game. As we'll go to Savali here. This Mon should not be able to do anything. They Hurricane, they miss. I'm sorry about that. Instant miss. Toxic looks pretty free, so I will just fire that off. If they go into Toad, I'm going to definitely click the Grass Pledge button and just take my damage. Getting damage on that means that's one less way that Ellie has in dealing with the Garchomp, meaning it would only really be Tangela and I guess Zapdos. But Outrage is very free in this game, so that's good to know. They withdraw, that's good. Hopefully it's not Slowking. If it's Slowking, whatever, it is Slowking. Got me there. I'm just going to Parting Shot out because, yeah, I can't really touch this thing. We'll probably go into Moltres. I might make an aggressive play into Caparaja. I'm not sure yet. I kind of like Raj, because then I can exert some offensive pressure early. And she's not like doing that much to me. No. Iron Defense would be very scary here. That is like the one set that is very scary versus me. I could also go. No, that's a terrible play. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Raj. This is fine. Raj is pretty decent in this game, but like, you know, there are other important Mons too. They go for Flamethrower, good play. I should have went into the other Mon. But I did Parting Shot, so this shouldn't do as much. That's cool. And now I can fire off an Iron Head here for pretty much free, I think. Yeah, there's a Toad, but I think I'm fine with just clicking Iron Head anyway. Now, she's already taken a minute and a half, so that's good to note. She switches out. She could go out into Toad. That would be fine with me. I think that's Toad. That's Tangela. That's fine. I think I might Heat Crash the next turn. As we do a load of damage. Oh my lord, that did a lot more than I was expecting it to do. Oh no, that's about right. It looks maybe not fully physically defensive, but definitely pretty physically defensive. I might just Heat Crash and get some damage on this. A knockoff would suck, but I don't think that's actually the end of the world. No. I will Heat Crash, yeah. We'll get a lot of damage on this. I don't think it kills. She actually leech seeds and she's faster. So I'm gonna switch out next turn and go into Quillfish and start getting my spikes up. She'll see I'm Life Orb. That's fine. That almost kills. Oh my lord. And she will get quite a bit of health back because Caparaja has a lot of HP. Maybe not the greatest Caparaja play here, but I am going to actually switch out and go into my Quillfish. I think, what would be a switch into a Heat Crash? Toad or T-Tar? I kind of want to go Moltres if that's the case. I think I'll go Moltres instead, actually. I like Spikes, but if she, like, doubles or protects, then this will be better because Quillfish doesn't actually... she stays in. She was faster, so she could have just clicked Synthesis, honestly. She does. Okay, that's cool. I'm just going to U-turn this turn and go into the Quillfish. If he goes T-Tar, that's fine. But we will fire that off. I don't think she wants to take this. And she's got a whole T-Tar in the back. And if she does, it's fine. I'll just, again, go into Quillfish. Not a big deal. She's Leech Seed, Synthesis, I assume a Grass move, and probably Knockoff. That's kind of the set I'm assuming is going to be here. She switches out. That's going to be the T-Tar most likely. No, that's not T-Tar. That's Seismitoad. I knew because of the nickname, because our son is the nickname of the other Mon. Unfortunately, I do not have a great answer to this, as this Mon Moltres was kind of my way to actually deal with this. This is Rocky Helmet. That's good to know. Once I chip this down, that'd be super nice. I could go Spec. I really like keeping Spec's health around. I don't really have the greatest other answers to this. I might just go Silvally Electric and fire off my Grass Pledge, but I'm not really a big fan of that either. Do I want to lose my leftovers on the Mon is the question. Not... Let's go Spectre. I kind of wish I had actually just attacked that turn, because staying in would have been better for me. I think I'm going to burn this thing. I'm going to have to tank a knockoff, which is very unfortunate. I don't want to, but I think that's the play we're going to have to make here. So we'll just wisp this and make this a non-threat in this game, really. And then I can also play a lot more aggressive versus this thing once it's burned, if it's physical. She has to debate whether she wants to knock off or go for rocks or whatever of that sort. She could even risk Specs. I think Specs does not kill from here, but it will do a load of damage. I think I have to get my door. She switches out. Nice. Goes on the T-Tar. That's cool. Hopefully we hit this. Sand goes up as we fire off a Will-O-Wisp, and we do connect. That is amazing. Awesome, awesome. So now this thing is crippled in this game. Nice and burnt. I'm hit by the Sandstorm. I think now I go Quillfish and set up some spikes. I think this is the Mon I want to do it on, especially because it's burnt. If it's special, you got me. That would suck. But I think I'm fine doing this play anyway. Because the only removal is Zapdos and Spin Pheromosa, and it's not going to be Spin Pheromosa. And if she's got Defog on the Zapdos, that would be great to know. If you're physical, you're not doing any damage to me, which is cool. As, yeah, there's the Intimidate drop. As this is going to fire off a Stealth Rock. Okay, that's fine. Not really worried about that. I can set up my own spike. That was the whole point of this. I'm faster, so yeah, I mean, I EV'd to be faster anyway, so good to know. We can see if this thing is leftovers. It is leftovers, okay. Makes this a little bit annoying, but the burn cancels that out, which is super nice for me. So I will now set up a Spike. Yes, you like spikes up in here. Being able to chip down the Soul King and or Tangela, and even Toad is super nice, because Toad doesn't have the leftovers, so it gets whittled down. By the Sandstorm, yep. We can see what item this is as well. It's not leftovers. I kind of want to stay in, but that feels like a loose play. So I will just go into Moltres, I think, here. I think Moltres is fine. Yes, Moltres is fine. Getting that spike up, I think, is just going to be so nice for me. I could have stayed in and maybe got up another spike, risking a Psychic, but I don't know how smart of a play that is. I also have to be careful Future Sight. She actually doubles. Smart play. Gonna go into the Bird, which is Zapdos. Yeah, that was smart. But again, this way we find out if this thing is defog or not. As I'll take a little bit of chip. She'll take a little bit of chip. She's leftovers on this. She's not boots. Okay, that is super good to know because I have rocks on my chomp. That means this is probably defog though, which is the only unfortunate part. We'll go into our Valley. Again, it's meant for this. I think I'll fire off a Toxic. It really just depends on what she wants to do here. Let's see. Do you have defog? It'd be super nice if you didn't. Toxic. Okay, you have Toxic. You definitely have Roost, Hurricane, probably Electric move, so you don't have defog. Really good to know. And if you do, then I'm proven wrong. Simple as that. The sand goes away. I think this time I'm just going to Parting Shot. If she stays in or if I'm faster, because I do have a bit of speed in me. I don't know my best switch in. I think it would be Crop she switches out. Good, so I get some momentum here. Goes back out into Slowking. That's good for me. I'm going to shot out and go into the, I think, Spectre. Yeah, I think this is where I bring out Spectre and get up a sub. Is that the play? Or I could just go back out on a Raj and fire off an Iron Head. But there is a Rocky Helmet Toad still around. Or I could just go Chomp. And I think I want to get up rocks. The only thing that sucks is if I risk Guard Chomp, then my endgame gets a little sketchy. I'm gonna go Guard Chomp, yeah. And I'm gonna set up rocks. A little bit of a risky play, but we're gonna do it. If she stays in an Ice Beams, you got me. I could see this being Shuka and her staying in for that reason. She stays in. Awesome. I mean, she switches out. Awesome. She goes into the Toad. Great, great, great. So we get up a Spike, and now we have Rocks up too. Against a Zapdos with no boots. So we're really going to start getting some mileage out of these hazards here. And I'm going to switch out here and go into my Moltres again. Is Moltres the play here? I think it is. Yes. But no point in risking my Guard Chomp here. As late game Guard Chomp looks really good, especially with these hazards up. Tangela and Toad are like not switch-ins. She files an Earthquake, that's good for me. I'm gonna Fire Wrath actually and just get chip on this. T-Tar comes out, that's just permanent chip with the hazards and the burn as she stays in, so this is gonna be really nice chip for me. As that does like nothing, oh my lord. As she knocks off, okay, so that means my Moltres is now a little bit more limited in how I'm gonna use it. That was a crit, doesn't really matter all that much. And I think I'll Fire Wrath again. I don't really care if T-Tar comes out. Moltres is getting whittled down, but that is fine. She does switch out, probably goes into the T-Tar. Goes into our Sun, yep, the T-Tar. But with the Spike and the Rocks, and with the burn canceling out leftovers, this is all valuable chip to me. As I can just pivot out into Quillfish again this turn. I think that's what I want to do. So yeah, this will do nothing. Yeah, that's fine though. The more we whittle this down, the better. I gotta be careful with speed boosting Pheromosa, because I need to keep Spectre healthy for that. Otherwise, Garchomp's fine. I will U-turn here. I don't mind if she switches out, if she stays in. Yeah, she can stay in. That doesn't really shock me. It does a decent chunk. And now we can go into either Quillfish. I think Quillfish is the play. I'm scared to risk damage on Quillfish is the thing. But I think it's fine anyway, as long as we keep Spectre healthy. I don't think this is really a situation to be worried about. And I think I just get up a Spike again. As we'll see what Ellie wants to throw off here. Facade, wow, really good bring. Doesn't do a crazy ton though, so I'm okay with it. Facade, that's a good bring. Do I value a second layer of spikes or just killing this? I think a second layer of spikes is going to go a long way, personally. But killing this means, if I kill this right now, that means I don't have to deal with the Pheromosa's. I can still deal with Pheromosa somewhat. Spike's really nice. I have rocks up, so I think just killing this is fine. Because again, it just frees up Spectre. She actually switches out, so Spikes would have been better. Goes out into... Oh, wow. She went into Toad. Good play. Got my ass. Should have spiked. Didn't even think about that. Did not even think about the Toad switching. Good play. Man. Get hit by sand. That's whatever. That sucks. Okay, well, I have a pivot in the Moltres still, so this is never really a big issue here. Spikes would have been so much better there. What's the play? She can go double in the Moltres, but that's not really even a big deal at this point. And Moltres is kind of good against everything else. Also Pheromosa, I guess. She's going to stay in an Ice Punch. This might kill me. It does kill me. Okay. Moltres is dead. I have to go into... I think I can go Valley now. No, I can just go Spectre. I can just go Spectre and click a button. I think I have to click Shadow Ball is the only thing here. I'll take the Rocks Chip. Ooh, this thing's at half. I did not do the calc. Spectre. Seismitoad. If you are Spadef, which I think you are, you actually lived this hit, which is very unfortunate. And I just misplayed. I think I'm gonna have to heavily rely on a Garchomp game. I don't think this kills. I'm gonna go for it. She's gonna. Oh, she switches out. Okay, that's good then. I thought she was gonna stay in. Okay, this is really good then, because I know I killed that Toad on the way back in now. She takes rocks. She's gonna tank the Shadow Ball. I am faster than this, I believe. We saw leftovers, yes, so I am faster. Shadow Ball... that might not two-shot. Yes, we know I'm faster. 38 to 46. That's close. That's super close. I don't really want to risk it. And Survival Electric isn't crazy important here. She could just Roost. I'm gonna go for it. This has a chance to kill. If this is just max HP. I will Shadow Ball again. This would be really nice if it did. As it just lives on one. Unfortunately, nice if we get Spadef drop, but she just Roosts. Okay, that's fine then. Because of the Spadef drop. So I do apologize for that, because that's probably gonna matter. Because it does 50, like it is like 60 min. She's gonna get leftovers. Yeah, I just Shadow Ball again. I do apologize for that drop. That does suck. But as long as I keep spamming Shadow Ball, she can never get out of range of rocks. So if she switches out, she's gonna go into the T-Tar most likely here. Yep. As this is gonna tank a Shadow Ball and all the hazard chip in the world. I do have Hex on my set, so I will be able to knock this thing out with a Shadow Ball plus the Hex. At least I think I will. I think. It's not Assault Vest, so I should. Now the Shadow Ball comes out. I think Hex kills. Yes. Tyranitar. Especially defensive. You are leftovers. You are status is the big thing here. Oh, there's the burn. Yeah. This is good. This is fine. She knows I won't be choice, but I think that's fine. Oh wait, I'm leftovers. She's seen leftovers already. She goes for Protect. That's cool with me. I'm just gonna click the button again next turn. As there's no reason not to click Hex here. I have leftovers, so the Sand Chip doesn't matter. I could have got a sub. That would have been crazy. But I decided not to throw up a sub. And we'll just fire it off again here. The reason I'm so okay with just like this Spectre set here is because I don't think Ellie's going to put a dark type move on the Pheromosa. There's a lot of different coverage she needed, and I don't think that was one of them. She could have done it, but I do live a dark move if it's not boosted, and I can figure that out. Pheromosa. Because I am pretty bulky actually on my Mon. I'm also +1 now, which is super nice. Throat Chop Choice Banded most likely kills me. We will see though. That is the Pheromosa. It's going to take hazards? Take hazards. Okay, so it's going to take the spikes and it's going to take the rocks. This has to be banded, I think, to kill me. So I will fire off a Shadow Ball here. We will see. Is this Throat Chop? It is Throat Chop. Is it banded? It's not banded. And we will kill this Pheromosa here with Shadow Ball. And that is a gigantic threat to my team out of the way. That has to kill, right? Yeah. I think Spectre wins. That's what I was trying to say. Spectre should just win the game at this point. Slowking's AV, it might tank a hit from full, but I kind of doubt it with the +2 and the spikes and like all that the hazards. Might not. It's a roll. If it's like AV, max HP, max BDF type of deal. Goes out into Spectre. I mean, the Slowking, that was the best play, I think, from her. Can I set up a sub here? No, that's a bad play. I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. Zapdos is a little bit annoying still if I lose the Spectre, but as long as I have Garchomp around, it shouldn't be a crazy big deal. As that just kills the Slowking. And Spectre is going to, I think, just clean up here. Spectre it's going to get 6 kills, I think, which is amazing. Did not expect Spectre to do so much. I sort of did, but I knew Ellie would play T-Tar a little bit more in the back, which she did do. Like, the only reason you would bring out T-Tar is for either Spectre or Lamoltres, which I'm pretty sure she did in this game. So I guess we just did a good job at whittling it down, is my only thought process here. But this is going to a Tango. This will drop to a Shadow Ball at this point, I believe. And this is pretty nice. Actually, I'm just going to click it. There's no point. Let's just click the button, right? It's at 75%. This drops. Unless it's like mad SPDF, but I'm pretty sure it's defensive. Yeah, it just drops. So GG to Ellie. We are going to go up to, I think, what, 6-1 now, I think? 6-1, that should basically like clinch us playoffs. We were already in a really good spot for playoffs anyway, but this is like the nice cushion just in case we like lost our last 3 games really badly. But this right here would definitely set us up. Really fun game. This was really scary because for a little bit of backstory, we fought Ellie once before on Showdown, as Ellie's pretty new to Wi-Fi, I think, but she's been around Showdown for a long-ass time, so she knows what she's doing. And we fought her for the first time in PTL, the Civil War season, and I got destroyed by a Rotom fan. She kicked my ass, and knowing she had a Zapdos, that made me terrified, especially because Zapdos' matchup in this game actually wasn't that bad. But luckily we were able to get the better end of this matchup this time around. Spectre are going to make its stats look really nice in the season with this game. And again, we'll bump up the 6-1. So once again, GG to Ellie. Make sure to go check out her content. She's obviously uploading UPBA, and she definitely puts a noticeable amount of effort into her videos. Very well edited, and very enjoyable content. And she has such a lovely personality too. So yeah, GG, go check her out. She's going to endure Seismitoad, show off some tech. That's pretty cool. I'm going to Shadow Ball this guy, and then I'll probably just Hex it for the lulz next turn just to do it. And, yep, next week we fought Ellie. Ellie is Jack's girlfriend, and we are facing Jack next week, the commissioner of the league, also doing very good in this season. So that will hopefully be a very good matchup. He's got a very pretty cracked team, and hopefully we'll be able to get the better end of him as well. That's going to be next week's matchup. We win here. What was the diff? 5-0? Or 4-0? 5-0. Okay, 5-0 win. We'll take that. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Hopefully I edit a intro together here because finals week was last week and I'm still getting kind of over it here and I still have some work to do. But one more time, I can't say it enough. Go check out Ellie. Without further ado, I will see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. See you guys.